All right. All right. Happy Sunday to you guys. Welcome to another broadcast. This one won't be long here. This will actually be, felt like having just a kind of a lighthearted take on the eve of the great eclipse. I figured we'd do something here this evening. I'm just going to give people just another minute to jump on here. And anyway, I hope you guys are having a great day. It was a beautiful, beautiful day here in Arizona. And really nice. And it's going to be, from what they're saying, it's supposed to be pretty nice tomorrow. For those of you who subscribe to our mailing list over on Sombertree, for Sombertree, our store, you got yourself some gifts, some free gifts. You got yourself some free songs. There's some songs that we made up, and you also got some free background screen pictures for your phone. And we got that. So we're gonna be doing something like that every week. That's just our little way of just saying thank you guys for being the best part of Sombertree, and we really appreciate it. And if you haven't checked out the website, again, it's Sombertree, SAMBA tree TREE.com, and we got all kinds of healthy alternatives there, for our people in regarding your health and your wellness and all that, because we're all about that. But anyway, hope you guys are having a great one. And like I said, today was it was a pretty good day. It was a pretty good day. But I've been online off and on, in the weekend, and every now and then you hear, see all the people lining up, man. Ooh, they are lining up. Hey, Monica in the house. They are lining up, man, giving their takes on this eve of the eclipse and what it means. And what's so funny about this thing, when I listen to religious folk, what's so funny about this is that the Bible says clearly no man knows the day or hour, right? You ain't supposed to know. We don't know. It can come at any moment, right? But you sure got a lot of people pitting dates down, and how you do that? How you gonna say you don't know, but y'all out here saying I do know? Anyway, I don't get it. Maybe I'm just, a lot of times I'm sitting up here, I'm really talking to myself. I mean, you may be part of the conversation, but I'm really talking to myself, because I'm like, I really don't get it. I don't get it. How you gonna say you don't? Anyway, so I was sitting up here putting some things together, and then thought came to my mind. I was actually gonna make this into a post, but I said, you know what? Let me just go ahead and I'll just do a quick live. And I know it's kind of on the late side, but I'll go ahead and jump on here just for a few moments. That's it. But anyway, as you know, that the eclipse will be happening tomorrow, and depending on what part of the country you're in, you will have be able to see something that doesn't happen too often, and that is a total eclipse. Now, we just had one some months ago, back in the fall of last year, but that wasn't a total eclipse. That was like when the whole sun wasn't covered. But this one, as it's passing over the United States and or the Americas, it's supposed to be a total. So depending on where you are on the map, it's going to turn from day to night, just like that, and then it'll get back light again. And if you haven't ever taken the time to experience that or go outside and look at it, definitely do that, but make sure you don't do it with your eyes. Okay. I'm talking about, make sure you have those protective glasses. Okay. The ones that are specifically designed for the eclipse. Okay. Don't got some work goggles or something you got from Walmart. Don't do that. Okay. Cause that ain't going to work. Okay. Or don't be like, oh, I made a little pinhole thing. You can look. No, don't do that. Okay. You don't want to do that. Remember, we said sun gazing is okay, but you just, there's certain times of the day you're not supposed to do it. And that's even during an eclipse. You definitely don't want to do that in the evening hours as the sun is like turning that orange and it's moving down close to the horizon, either on the rising end or on the falling end. Well, we say rising or falling is actually just passing around on the circuit, right? Um, those are safe times to do it. But other than that, nah, you don't want to mess your eyes up with that. But yeah, make sure you have like those protective glasses, or if you got a camera or something, of course have a lens, which reminds me, because I have a telescope, but I want to see if I have like a sun filter on there. I don't know if I do or not, but yeah, if I don't have one, guess who ain't gonna be using it? But anyway, yeah, it's going to be a great time to check something out that we don't get to see too often, and a great thing to experience. And yeah, it's something to take pictures, videos. I might go live, I might not. I kind of have a feeling that, look, if the internet does go down tomorrow, it was going to be because so many people are trying to stream at the same time. I would think that would be the case, because there's going to be a lot of people streaming. There's going to be a whole lot of people streaming. But it's actually a very fun thing, to actually observe. I know for some of you, you're going to be in the slave house. You're going to be in the office. You're going to be working, but find a reason. I'm sure that you're going to find a way to get outside and sneak outside and look at it or whatever. But it's really something to behold, something to see and witness. And yeah. So from a scientific standpoint, it's interesting listening to the people who study these things and what happens and all that stuff. Getting away from the whole CERN, the evil CERN is doing something, or all of that. We've already covered that and talked about, hey, listen, tomorrow is a special day for some very evil people too. And as I said before, and I'll say it again, if anything does pop off tomorrow, trust and know it's gonna be them all day and all night. It's gonna be them. It ain't gonna be so, the sun. You know how many eclipses we've had, y'all? And people have said the same thing. It's like people have short memories. It's like how many eclipses we've had. And so, but this one, oh my goodness, it's a fulfillment of every prophecy in the book, right? I mean, so yeah, so just again, I'm encouraging, if anything, is enjoy it. When you get out there, take a look at it, and safely, of course, and you can show, make sure the children get to see it and all that, and it can be a time of some fun and all of that. Like I said again, just parting ways from the, a lot of the scare people, the scareaholics that are out there. Man, stay away from them, okay? Can we have a life for a second? You know what I mean? So anyway, I wanted to show you, let me show you this video. I actually came across this video. I'm gonna probably mute the audio. There's really no audio. There was like some music playing, but this is actually a good guide, that you can use depending on what part of the country. It'll give you an idea of what the eclipse will look like based on where you are in the country. So let me put that up on the screen here, and you could take a look. I thought whoever did it, I'm very appreciative that they did it. So let me pull this up here. Like I said, it comes with its own, it's got some music, but it'll be dumb things like that, man. They'll try to flag me on. I'm like, I didn't put the music on there. Man, don't get mad at me. Anyway, here we go. Here's the video, and it's very short, and it gives you an idea of, depending on where you are in the country, this is what the eclipse will look like. Okay, here we go. All right, that's it. That's it. So you got an idea there. That's a point of reference that you can use, if you're looking, to get out and to look at, depending on what part of the country, that gives you an idea of what it looks like. So you can, rewind the video and you can go back and take a screenshot or whatever. I saw someone say that they go stay inside. They say it's witchcraft being done on that specific day. Listen, brother, sister, I don't know who you are, but they doing witchcraft every day. You live in one of the most demonic nations in the world. They're doing it every day. The money that you have in your bank is covered with all kinds of symbols. You want to go down that rabbit hole, it goes. So staying in your house, you could do that if you want. That's up to you. But just know you do live in literally the national, the capital, the world capital of Satanism. I'm just trying to tell you, but you do what you need to do, to feel comfortable, and there you go. So, but anyway, I wanted to do this short video because, like I said, I don't plan on being on here too long, because I was actually in the middle of getting ready to write another post, and I said, you know what, let me jump on video here and, and do this right quick, because I really want to make sure you guys are taking some notes, some good notes. I want to make sure that you are not going to suffer amnesia during this eclipse, okay? Because there are a lot of people out today and yesterday and the day before and the week before that giving all kinds of prophecies. They giving all kind of prophecies. Oh my goodness. They are telling you that God himself came to their room last night and told them this is what it means. And they're telling you all kinds of stuff. You got people out here anywhere from talking about the rapture is going to happen tomorrow. You got people saying that he's going to come back and gather all the Hebrews tomorrow. You got people saying that. You got people praying. They are praying for the destruction of America. They are praying for it. So you got some Muslims, that are praying for the destruction of America. You got the Jewish folks, the ones that, you got, I ain't gonna say all of them, but you do have quite a few of them that are hoping and praying for the destruction of America. You know what else you got going on? Praying for that. You got Hebrews praying for the destruction of America. Now they all on the same team. If you all got the same goal, here's the thing. Do I love America? No, but I'm curious as to what's your exit plan. What's your exit plan if a fireball just came out of the sky tomorrow? What will be your exit plan if that happens? I'm just saying, what's your exit plan? What's your exit strategy? A lot of these people that are, see, the Jews, I can tell you right now, they got an exit strategy. You understand what I'm saying? They got an exit strategy. Do you have one? Well, I think he's going to come. I think he's going to get, what's your exit strategy? I'm just asking. You know what I mean? So anyway, who's this? Messenger 440. Yeah, because I'm just here, chat. It said too much is happening that day. Too much is being set up for the overall agenda. Stop telling people just to live their lives without precautions. We will fall victim to their agenda. Oh, be quiet. Be quiet, please. I am going to tell people to live their lives. Now, you may not want to do that, but that's what we're here to do, to live our lives. And we tell people all the time to protect your peace. And we also tell people how to be prepared if and when things do go down. We do that all the time. You might be on the slow train, but we've been saying that for a very long time. Now, if you want to stay in your house and close all the doors and the shutters and all that, because you think that that's going to keep you away, protected, then you do you. You do you, okay? But that's not how you live a good and full life, okay? There are people performing witchcraft and all kinds of stuff literally all the time. We just did, and this is good because this gives me an opportunity to plug in our circumcision video that we uploaded. We finally, well, that's been on my BondTube, but we brought it over here on YouTube. And in that video, we talked about how, what happens when people, the whole circumcision thing and what it actually is. And that's what, you want to talk about Satanism. It's evil what they do. And let me go ahead and get rid of you, okay? Because you really ain't adding anything else to the conversation. You go in your house and close the doors and live in your fear, okay? But anyway, we talked about, so if you haven't seen that series, I would highly encourage you to go ahead and do that, okay? Because, and I've had the comments are already coming in on that. People said, man, this thing was hard to watch, but it was so needed. And that's what I was saying. I said, man, it was a very difficult for us, Nicole and I, even do it, but it was one that was worth doing. And we had to do it because we talked about what happens to the male body when they do this to you, when they circumcise you. And so we're in a system where you're baptized in their demonic system. Do you understand what I'm saying? So that's just what it is. So I know I got quite a few religious folks out here that, they got mad at that and they say, I can't, I'm unsubscribe. Bye. But we actually care about our babies here. We care about our young men. We care about our young women. And we're going to have those conversations. Now, if you don't want to do that and you want to hold on to your, whatever it is, your fear and your religion, then you hold on to that. But we're not going to do that here. We're going to be free. We free Negroes over here, okay? We free over here, okay? But we're not free doesn't mean careless, okay? But anyway, so I hope you guys are really taking some very good notes because, like I was saying, you got a lot of people out here that are putting a lot of stuff out here and saying this is what's going to happen and that's going to happen and this is going to happen and that's going to happen and this going to happen and all of that. And what's really troubling about that is that the day will come and go and people never go back and hold those people accountable. So so as I said, and I will continue to say, I do not know what will happen other than a planned eclipse tomorrow. That's all I know. Okay, I'm not going to sit up here and tell you anything else beyond that. But what I did say too is I said, if anything were to happen, if there's like today, did you hear about there's another cargo ship that lost its power conveniently enough under a bridge in New York. So, come on. So these people are doing stuff. You know what I mean? They said they got real close to hitting the bridge. So, like I said, again, these people want something to happen and they're going to cause different things to happen. But you have to understand the difference between something that man is doing because they want to self-destruct stuff versus our creator doing something. You understand what I'm saying? But so again, if you want to know the nature of your creator is that he's a creator. That's what he does. He creates. It's man, unfortunately, that's taken on a mantle to destroy things and to scare people and to do all of that. Do you understand what I'm saying? That's what mankind does, unfortunately. So I don't serve that and I don't submit myself to that at all. But anyway, I hope you guys are taking some very good notes of all of these people out here that are saying a whole bunch of things. So I made a little list here of if nothing happens tomorrow. Here are going to be the go-to explanations. Okay, let me give you some of the go-to explanations. I hope you're writing this down, and I hope you guys got your bingo cards out, okay? Here are going to be some of the go-to explanations, and I want you to keep this in mind when they start explaining, okay? All right, so this is not in any particular order. So it says, what he showed me took place in the spiritual realm. Okay, so get ready for that one. They're going to say, well, And they go, so if people say, well, hey, well, you said this, nothing happened. And their response is going to be, but see, you got to understand what he showed me. It actually took place. It manifested in the spiritual realm. That's what they're going to say. All right. That's going to be one. All right. Here's another one. What he showed me was a future event. It was a future event. See, it may not, I didn't really say it was anything that was going to happen tomorrow. What I was saying was it was going to be a future event. All right. So that's going to be another one. Let's see. What's another one here? Monica said pen and paper ready. Okay. Number 3, what he showed me already happened. All right. So that's going to be another one. So it's going to be something that already happened. All right. You just didn't have a clue. You just missed it. Because they so deep, they just timed it as such to tell you right before the eclipse, but nothing happened. So now they can come back and say, but see, what you don't understand, when you're connected to the spirit, you will understand these things. There is no time. That's going to be another one. See, there is no time in the spiritual realm. See, that's where you guys miss it. It's no time in the spiritual. Then they'll riff about another 5 minutes on that, how there's no time in the spiritual realm. And because you're not a spiritual person, you missed it because it actually happened already. All right. So that's going to be another one. All right. Okay. Number 4 is going to be the reason why nothing happened was because you, always comes back to you, did not believe. So that's going to be another one. It always comes back to you. The reason why nothing manifested, nothing happened, is because you chose not to believe. That's the reason. You didn't believe it. So nothing happened. So all powerful God, he was getting ready to do it. But because you didn't believe, he turned around and said, oh, shucks. Kind of like Santa Claus. Santa Claus, he got a whole bag of toys. He was getting ready to come into your house. He was getting ready to deliver them. But because Sally didn't believe, he turned back and said, Rudolph, okay, we're going to have to go on back now because Sally didn't believe. So that's going to be another one. Okay. That's going to be another one. All right. Number 5. I got a list there. I'm almost finished. I got one more. You are not, and then, another one's going to be, you're not saved, or, you're not a Hebrew. So none of this would apply to you anyway. So get out of here. We're going to block you because none of this even applies to you, period. It don't even apply to you at all. So it don't matter what I say because, see, it only applies to the people in the bubble. So it don't apply to you anyway. So you already on the tugboat to hell anyway. So it ain't going to apply anyway. So it don't matter. You in a whole different dimension. Get out of here. All right. Here's number 6. Now this is a big one too. I wasn't speaking in literal terms. That's going to be the other one. I wasn't speaking in literal terms. So, of course, but you said this. You did say this. You said God told you. Now that's pretty definitive there. You going to sit up there full chested and say God told you that this, and this was going to happen. But it don't happen. But then you're going to say, okay, well, like I said, hey, don't take me literally. Just don't take me literally. That's all I'm asking. But see, that's what people, when people go there, when they bring in their other belief systems and all of that, the thing about it is that it allows them the space to never be held accountable to anything, because the people who are listening to them won't even do it. They know that the people that's listening to them, their crowd, the people that follow them, they'll never hold them accountable. I've seen people say some of the most outrageous things and make some of the most craziest and bold predictions about a lot of stuff. And then the thing will come and go. And then I'm like, okay, y'all not going to go back and check this person on that? They just go right along. And then I'll just add a number 7 that just came to me. Hey, listen, I'm only human. I'm only human, and humans make mistakes. Okay. Even some of the best people, they mess up. Sometimes you miss it. Sometimes you miss it. That's it. But I'm telling you, I've seen people out here. A big one that's out here right now is I still don't, I just don't even allow my brain to understand some things, because it's like, man, you guys are reaching, man. There's this thing now. They have the who got one? Okay, who got one here? It says, don't forget that you didn't tie. That's gonna be on Sunday, and Sunday don't already pass. They say you didn't tithe, therefore you can't hear the Spirit. Yeah, you wasn't 100% giver. That's why you can tell where all the tithers are. They in Texas, because see, they got 100%. There's only 100% tithers in Texas, going all the way up in that thing. But anybody else, if you outside of that eclipse zone and you got like 90%, 80% sun, you ain't tithing. See, that's what it's gonna be tied to something. It's gonna be, everyone gonna find something to tie it to. That's the point. Everybody's gonna find something to tie it to. Like I said, but what we've been focusing on the times that we have discussed this, are people who do have very nefarious agendas, and these are the people who are actually the controllers, so to speak, of this system. And yes, whatever will be. They're going to have, whatever it is that they do in the dark or in the light or whatever, they are already going to do their things. But see, what people got to understand, like this person I had to block, is they do this stuff all the time. They don't wait for one day and they're going to just all of a sudden the whole devil in them go. Do you understand children are being abducted and sacrificed and every day that happens every day? I don't think we quite understand just how evil this country really is. I mean, I don't think we understand that. Not some of us, we don't. But this stuff happens all the time. They've been doing stuff, So, so again, and people, and I'm glad that person spoke up, because I've mentioned this before, and maybe this is kind of going by some people, but it does happen. I'm a person, I look at trends. I look at history of different things, right? As you know, I try to look at history of things, and that includes even this channel. I'm not really a numbers person, and YouTube gives you a ton of different metrics and stuff that you can look at, the performance of different videos and stuff like that. I ain't got time. I don't even want to make the time for it. I really don't. I just pass by this stuff. I don't look at it. I don't. But what I do notice is it's a really interesting trend, is that anytime my wife and I, when we get on screen together and we up here laughing and having fun or whatever, or me, like the other day, I said, we're just going to do like listen to some music. We're going to have fun. That's when people start unsubscribing. Isn't that something? But if I get up here and I'm talking about something, I'm on the serious side. Oh no, people, they're tuned in. But the moment you start talking, they see, and this happened. This has been for the life of this channel. I ain't talking about just one time. I'm talking about consistently. Anytime we up here, we laughing and joking and stuff, people start, I'm not here for that. But if I was to get up here and start talking about how everyone is doomed and damned and you're going to go to hell, and let's talk about let's listen to what white people are saying about us today and all that stuff. Oh man, I would be doing, this channel, the numbers would be through the roof if I was doing that. But we don't focus on that. Our focus is, we are here, among many things, is we all have a mission. We all have a reason why we're here. And in order to fulfill that mission, we have to live healthy and a well life. And that's what we're committed to. And one of the things that we are not going to do is live in fear. And that's really probably, I just came on here just for a few minutes just to share my list. But really, I wanted just to really come again at this late hour for some of y'all It's just to remind you again, don't allow fear to rule the day. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to whatever it is. All right. What we do know, again, like I said, again, we are not ignorant. We do know that there are people that are turning dials and doing different things and want to make things a lot more difficult for people, for us regular folks. We're very aware of that, and those are things we talk about quite often. But at the same time, I'm still going to try to live the best life I can live. And I want y'all to do that too. You know what I'm saying? And only you don't have to be in constant fear. You don't. You really don't. And what I would recommend for people who do live in that is you get to the root of that. There was the email that we put out recently. I don't know if I even have it on me right now, but in the email that we sent, you know what? Let me see if I can find it. Let me see if I can find that email. Okay. Hold on, because I do want you to see this image. Was that on, hold on, let me pull this out. I think this would be a great illustration here. Hold on for just a second, okay? Don't go anywhere. Hold on, let's see. That will probably be under here. That was Samba. Oh yeah, here it is, here it is, here it is. Okay. Hold on. Okay, all right, so I got the email. Let me bring it over here. All right, so let me bring this up on the screen. It's something I want to show you, okay? Yeah, only I want you to see this too, especially, okay? Anyway, this is the email that we sent out. And our focus for the newsletter for this week was unlocking tranquility, natural secrets for a stress-free life. And we talked about that, but that's not what I wanted to show you. It was this right here, this image right here. Hope you can see it. I'm gonna make it as big as I can. This is something I came across I thought was really, really great. And I really like this image. Maybe I'll repost it if you guys want me to repost it. I'll be more than happy to do it. It's called the Emotional Guidance Scale. No, this ain't anything I'm telling people to pray on. Okay, it's not that. Okay, so you got an upward spiral, and then you got a downward spiral. So if you're on an upward spiral, you start with contentment. Then there's hopefulness, and there's optimism. Then there's positive expectation, belief. Then it keeps going up. Passion, enthusiasm, joy, knowledge, empowerment, love, appreciation, all of that is wonderful, right? So you're on the right track if you're experiencing any of these things. Now, if you're on a downward spiral, then you got to look at, okay, it starts with boredom. Then it goes to pessimism, frustration, irritation, impatience, overwhelmment, disappointment, doubt, worry, blame, discouragement, anger, revenge, hatred, rage, jealousy, insecurity, guilt, fear, and goes on, right? So this is a really good tool, I think, to look at just to see where you are. You know what I'm saying? If you feel discouraged, then what you do is, okay, why do I feel discouraged? Go back a step, okay? Maybe I'm blaming somebody for something. Who am I blaming? What am I blaming? Maybe it's something I'm worried about. What exactly is it that I'm worried about? Okay. Maybe there's doubts there. So it gives you kind of a way to troubleshoot yourself. You know what I mean? In the area of your emotions. So, if it's something that you are in fear of, it's always good to go back some steps. What led me to this point in living in fear? You know what I'm saying? That's a really good way of looking at it, because I don't like seeing that, for people who, I'm glad you shared that, so you're living in constant fear. Now, if it's something, not emotional, but maybe it's a combination of maybe something physical, maybe you are in a specific situation, you know what I mean? The spiral probably ain't gonna help you. You may need to go see somebody to get some real help. You understand what I'm saying? But this is just a general thing that, for people to use if you find yourself in any of these areas, if you're experiencing anything, or if you are on the upward spiral, you can see you got optimism. You want to constantly build up on that. You know what I'm saying? We're constantly finding ourselves having to build ourselves up, right? And you want to make sure you just following this guide. This is just a guide. That's all. I'm not saying you got to follow each and everything, but but it's just a guide. And it was something we included in our email that we sent out on our Samba Tree thing. So this is just a starter. This is just a starter, for a good way for people to troubleshoot themselves if you find yourself in that. What I find a lot of times in these religious spaces, and I'm talking like on these different platforms I see that are out here, and I can only speak for someone who came out of Christianity and also was in the Hebrew world, is that there is a lot of anxiety, and there is also a lot of anger, and there is a level of fear. There's a level of fear. I've seen that as well. I had someone else share with me today, older person, and they were just sharing that, hey, listen, I'm older and this is a whole lot of information that's coming to me. I'm just trying to handle just a little bit at a time and all of that. And so we have to make sure we're taking great care of the information that we're putting out here. You can't just put everything out. I can't even begin to tell you, the amount of people. It's so easy. When some of these people that are out here that are talking, I'm talking about going in the word and breaking down scriptures and all of that. But there's an underlying theme that some of these people have, and it always turns negative. If you see this turn that's always negative and waiting for destruction and waiting for the world to end and all of this stuff, if you're listening to people who are always bent along those lines, that's not someone you want to be around. That's not someone you want to be around. You don't want to be around someone who's always talking about, hey, listen, at any day now, this whole thing's going to blow up. At any day now, all of this stuff is going to be destroyed. Or, that's all you have to look for in your belief system, is that one day everything's going to get destroyed. You understand what I'm saying? Again, hear what I'm saying. I am not saying, hey, we got to pray that God saves them. Nobody's saying that. I'm not saying that at all. I don't like this system either, please. And something does need to change. But we also got to make sure that our health doesn't go down with all the Debbie Downer prophecies that you're giving. You understand what I'm saying? So there are things, tangible things that need to be done on a daily basis to make sure you are okay. Because the people that you are, that's right. Someone said misery. And guess what? Misery loves company, right? If you listen to that podcast that we did the other day, we talked about that. How, and I'm not going to even get into that. Just don't listen to the last one I did, the Digital Plantation podcast, the one before that, the one we did last Monday. That's the one you want to listen to. We talked about that. There's a whole study on this. But you don't want to hang around people who are always feeding you just negative stuff all the time, and just all the time, man, this system sucks. This thing is just hard. I hate, man, they keep taxing me, and then, and it's like, okay, I get all that. What can I laugh at? What can I have a smile about? You know what I mean? I'm just reading what they said, and they say, yes, I went from Christianity to Hebrew to Judaism. Then the war broke out just when I was learning about Judaism and Zionism. And yes, the common theme is the image. Yeah. Mm-hmm. No, I hear you. This was something I shared with my, because we're just talking, y'all. We're just talking tonight. It's like a late night chat, I guess. I was just chatting with talking with my wife earlier. Yeah, take a screenshot of that, okay? Maybe I'll post that on the community page, okay? So that way, y'all can get a good view of that, okay? I was chatting with someone. There's something else to think about too. I was talking with my wife about this, and I said, what is supposed to happen is usually it's the older people that are teaching the young people how to prepare for the days ahead, right? That's usually the case. But when you look at what's going on now, it's the other way around. It's the older people who are looking to the younger people on YouTube or TikTok or whatever. I'm not saying this happened in all the cases, but in a lot of cases, it's like it's flipped. You understand what I'm saying? And it's not supposed to be that. I'll tell you what these wicked people did to our people in terms of just flipping that whole narrative around. It's insane. It's insane. And so this is why we have to take great care in what we say on these screens, when we're communicating, because there's a wide range of people that I have, for example, that listens to us. We got young people, of course, but we got people that are much older than us as well that listen to us. And when anything you say, you got to keep all those different demographics, those age groups in mind, because you got the people who are older who are, they have one way of thinking, and then you got the younger people there on the, they got their way of thinking. You got the people that are in the middle, they got their way of thinking as well. So these are things that you really have to keep all of these things in mind when you're out here sharing things. And for you also got to keep that in mind in who you listen to. Because a lot of times and this is why, like I said, we were kind of joking around earlier, as far as my list that I made there. But a lot of these people that are saying all this kind of stuff about what's going to happen tomorrow and all that stuff, they know they can get away with it because they know that their crowd typically isn't going to hold them accountable to anything. You know what I'm saying? And so that's why I said that's got to stop. You want to wake up? You want to wake up to truth? You want to start pursuing? You want to be a truth pursuer? You got to start carving out your space and making your safe space and what you're going to allow versus what you're not going to allow. I'm not going to sit around all day and listen to people that are always like, ooh, something is about to happen. Ooh, be careful. Ooh, you know what I'm saying? And they're always there, and it's always scaring folk. You know what I'm saying? No. This is why, again, like I said, we try to keep things simple. Do you want to understand who your creator is? Do you really want to know? Do you really want to know who about your creator? Do you want to know? You want to know that? Let me let you in on a secret. You don't have to pay any money for it. That's one. And there's no money required for that. There's no classroom or class or series of things that you have to take in order to understand your creator. You don't have to do that. You don't have to even listen to a moray or a teacher. You don't have to do that either. You know what you can do? You know how easy it is? Go outside and go for a walk. That's what you do. And when you pay attention, start paying attention to the details of things that you see out there. The care, the great care our creator put in all of this creation that we see around us. You know what I saw yesterday, and y'all would have probably got a laugh out of it. I know I did. I'm sitting in my backyard, and guess what was running on top of our fence? A road runner. I was like, how the heck? Wait a minute. You are a road runner. You supposed to be on the road. How is your narrow behind running on my fence? Look, I had never seen that. That joint was running on my fence, just a going. And then he was like, bang, bang. He was making some kind of noise. I said, how's a road runner on that? But they have their own little thing that they do. I see a bunch of, you see them all the time. They be out there chilling, and, if you get too close to them, they'll run off or whatever. But then you start looking at, we got a cactus outside, right? In the front. It's a cactus on the front. Now, the owner of this house, he done cut that thing down. I was like, I don't know why he done that thing was like a nub, man. I was like, y'all have them out there in Cali? I never seen them out in Cali unless you're out a little bit. I've never seen them. Maybe out in Riverside or something. Anyway, on San Bernardino. Anyway, that thing was the cactus. It's about I would say a little bit halfway my height, a little more than halfway my height. I'm like 7'2". I'm just playing. Anyway, but he didn't cut that thing down to almost a nub, right? And I was like, man, why this man cut this thing down? But this spring, just like maybe I would say about a month and a half ago, that thing just sprouted all of a sudden. I mean, that thing sprouting all over the place. It started with something, one small thing. Next thing we know, we saw another one, and another one. That thing just went, zoop. That thing just is sprouting all over the place. I have never witnessed, those things, a cactus or cacti sprouting and growing like that. That was just really remarkable to see. So it's like little things like that, or listening to and observing how these birds, how they communicate to one another. Paying attention to your surroundings, the insects and all this, the different plants and stuff that grow. You ever stop and ask yourself, why is it that these plants grow? Why is it these plants growing in this area and not something else? Your creator took great care to make sure, okay, I'm not going to put a banana tree in New Jersey. I'm not going to, or I'm not going to put a cacti and have that, or something that grows in New Jersey. I'm not going to have that growing out in the desert. Our creator took great care in where everything is supposed to be. Everything's supposed to be is put in its perfect order. And when you walk out into the woods, or you walk out in the forest, or you walk out in the desert, it's the most peaceful experience. This is why people do it. Or you go out in the ocean, you go out on a boat. That's where all the peace is, because you got all of these things that are just, for the most part, pure created things. And they're all working together, like seamlessly working together. And when they're working together, it's like one of the most beautiful things. This is why people pay money to go out to some of these places, because they say, what? I want to experience peace. Because the narrative or the matrix that we live in, it's anything but that. You got people doing all kinds of crazy stuff. So you're going to have your ups and downs and stuff like that. You're going to have all of that. You're going to experience all that because of the matrix, the system that we're in. But the fish and the animals and stuff like that, they're in their own world. For the most part, they're in a perfect scenario, the scenario that they were created to be in. And when you are doing exactly what you're supposed to be doing, and you have the mind, your mind is right. That's what's the key. That's the key. When your mind is right and you are protecting your peace, you will be a person known for never being in any kind of drama at all. You just, things will be happening. You just say, I'm still working to be there. I'm still working to get to that point. But this is the goal. This is the goal that we should be working towards that. And regardless of what these people are putting out here and saying, oh, the Most High done told me something, y'all sit back. Y'all better sit back. I got one for you. I got one for you. This is what he said. Death and destruction. I woke up. There was two black kids and both of them were crying. They were both coming at me. One said death, the other said destruction, and they kept coming at me. They kept coming at me, and then I woke up. And it'd be like all kinds of weird stuff. People be bringing all kinds of stuff, and people just be lapping it up. So do yourself a favor. Start with your social media, and if there's people or things that you're taking in all the time, you're like, dang, every time I do go there, it's something always negative. Man, you need to start snip. You need to start cutting that away. You do. Okay. Be aware of what's going on, because we do need to be aware of the world we live in, but don't allow that to overtake you. You understand what I'm saying? You can live a wonderful, full, fun life. You can do that. Don't let any religion takes that away from you. But yes, you can. You can. It can be a wonderful. We don't know what's going to happen. You know, they talking about gas prices going to go up and all kinds of stuff. Yeah, all that's going to happen. But guess what? That means that we got to sit down now as a family and say, okay, well, it's going to be too expensive for us to go here. So let's figure out another thing that we can do locally. But either way, we still going to live our life. Do you understand what I'm saying? And that's how you got to always look at things as they come at you. We don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. We don't know what's going to happen next week. We don't know what's going to happen next month or next year. We don't know any of that. All we can do is speculate. But what's important and what matters is making sure you are protecting your peace and making sure that you're keeping the crazies and the loons out of your life. You got to get rid of them. You must get rid of them, okay? And for those of you, and this will probably be the last thing I will say, and then we're going to go ahead and end the night, okay? Or end this broadcast at least, is this. I know for like our platform, for example, you know, there's a ton of information we are just constantly putting out. I know it's a lot. And so some of the things that we're trying to do is like our series, that the Who in the L series, you know, it's a long series. It's a very long series. And so I know that a lot of people aren't going to sit down and watch a 3-hour video or 3.5, 4-hour video. I get that. So what we've been doing is cutting them down to half an hour pieces. And that will make it a little bit easier for you to take a little bit at a time, and you can take that in. And you know, and that's with anything. And then simultaneously, you see, we're putting that circumcision video series up. And so again, take what you can and go at your own pace. That circumcision video, for example, that series, I should say, because there's more pieces I'm be uploading. It's quite demanding. I'll just put it that way. And it's not something that, it's something that you got to allow your mind and your body really to take time to digest what was shared. So I'm just giving you some pointers and some tips here. Yeah, I'd say this even to the research group. Don't feel like I'm just passing stuff along. As I come across stuff, I'm like, I'm going to give them something else. It's going to be a whole nother thing I came across. I'm getting ready to drop that on them soon. But at the whole time, I'm telling them, listen, go at your own pace. Okay? Go at your own pace. Don't feel like you got to hurry up and learn everything. Take your time. Take your time. Relax. Breathe. Enjoy the walk. It's a one day. Life is one day at a time. Okay? But I wanted to come on here. And like I said, again, we're not going to let fear rule the day. I don't give two craps about what they're performing tomorrow. I don't care. I really don't care. I don't care at all. And you shouldn't either. What should matter to you is, hey, listen, tomorrow's another day and I'm going to make the most of it just like I do any other day. And that's it. And then you just keep right on going. That's it. But don't allow these crazy religious folks up here scare the hell in you and scare the hell out of you. Don't well, they're more scaring the hell in you. That's what they're doing. Don't allow them to do that. Okay. Don't give them the space to do that. Because when that happens, when you allow people to put all this stuff in your mind and they play all that, especially TikTok, could be all kinds of stuff. It just puts you in a whole different place. And once you give your mind to that, they already got you. Okay. So I hope you got something out of this. Like I said, this wasn't going to be a long one at all. I was just sitting here cleaning up some stuff here, and I thought I was in the middle of writing a post. I said, you know what? I'll just get on here. I'll just do it. I know it's late, but whoever's on here is on here. They ain't. So that's it. That's all I have for y'all, family. Listen, you guys take care and enjoy yourself. And we'll be putting out some, as long as that service is available, we'll be making some more music. I think, what did I release for y'all this week? Hold on. Maybe we'll end with the songs that I released for the, those that got the email. Okay. Yeah, it's right here. Okay, give me a moment here. Yeah, we gave it's a free gift here. Let me go to that, and I'll close out with that. Okay. Oh, free music. Hold on, let me. And if you want to sign off and go about your business, go ahead. But we're just gonna play. This is just some music that we made for our people, for the people here, and you just, enjoy it. Okay. All right. So I'm just gonna let this roll. I'm just gonna sit here, and if you got any questions for me, you can go ahead and ask. But yeah, this is something. If you got the email from Samba Tree, the newsletter, it's in the newsletter. Okay. So let's take a listen here, and it's 3 songs, and I'll just let it rip. Okay. Here we go. This first one is called "Good Day, Mr. Sun."
Welcome to my room. It's a brand new day. Let's chase away the gloom. Oh yeah. I greet the sun like an old friend coming by. With open arms I smile and say hello sky. The birds are singing their melody so sweet. A symphony of nature, a rhythm I can't beat. I feel the warmth, the promise of a brighter day. I'm filled with hope, I'll make the most along the way. 'Cause every sunrise brings a chance to start anew. With every daybreak, my dreams, they all come into view. So I'll embrace the morning with gratitude and grace. And let the sunshine guide me as I step into the embrace of another day. Sunshine, welcome to my room. It's a brand new day, let's chase away the gloom. I greet the sun like an old friend coming by. With open arms I smile and say hello sky. The birds are singing their melody so sweet. A symphony of nature, a rhythm I can't beat. I feel the warmth, the promise of a brighter day. I'm filled with hope, I'll make the most along the way. 'Cause every sunrise brings a chance to start anew. With every daybreak, my dreams, they all come into view. So I'll embrace the morning with gratitude and grace. And let the sunshine guide me as I step into the embrace of another day. Sunshine, welcome to my...
All right, that's number 1. That was "Good Day, Mr. Sun." I got some more here. I think I'm gonna do some more. Later on, I'm probably, that would be my way I end my night. I'm gonna do some other music. But yes, our Latino brothers, man, and sisters, man, they know how to get down. This next one is called "Seasoned Citizen." All right. I did this one especially for those of you 60 on up, okay? So make sure you, if you 60 on up, make sure you listen to the words of this one, okay? Again, the name of this one is called "Seasoned Citizen." Come on, come on, come on, come on.
They say I'm over the hill, my best days are done, but I beg to differ. I'm just getting started. Got decades of wisdom higher than the sun. I may not spit, but I walk this path wholehearted. I've learned to value every moment, every not split, but I want this half-wholehearted. Wholehearted. I've learned to value every moment, every step I take. No need to rush when time is on my side. I'll embrace this journey, watch my dreams away. No one can put a limit on my stride, my stride, my stride, my stride. These are the years I'll treasure, the ones that set me free. They say I'm over the hill, my best days are done. But I beg to differ, I'm just getting started. I've got decades of wisdom higher than the sun. I may not spring, but I want this half-wholehearted. Wholehearted. I've learned to value every moment, every step I take. No need to rush when time is on my side. I'll embrace this journey, watch my dreams away. No one can put a limit on my stride, my stride, my stride, my stride. These are the years I'll treasure, the ones that set me free.
Woo!
I won't
All right. Listen, let me say this to you. If for my people 50, 60 on up or whatever, listen, your life is just getting started. Let me say that again. Let me say that again, because you may say, see, the thing is that you have been programmed by this system that, oh, you getting up there now, time is running out. No. Your life is getting started. This is what I'm talking about when I'm talking about eternity. Okay. This is just the beginning. This is just the beginning. This is just the beginning where we are. So I don't care if you 40, 50, 60 years old, you are just getting started. Okay. So don't let this is what I'm trying to tell you. I'm just getting out the gate. I'm just getting my groove. And the last thing I want to do is listen to people talk about, oh Lord, oh Lord. Oh, I saw someone on TikTok say, I got a song for y'all, with the eclipse coming up. I'm not lying to y'all. I'm not lying to you. I am not lying to you. I'm not lying to you. I'm not lying to you. Someone got up there. This on TikTok. I'm scrolling through. And someone said, I got a song in my spirit I'm going to give you, with this eclipse coming and all that, right? And they said, get away, Jordan. Get away, Jordan. That's what they was. I was like, Lord. I'm like, just don't take me on back to the plantation. Let me just go on back. Mister, I'm here. Just bring me on back. Just bring me on back. I'm like, that's the last thing. Come on. Y'all need to be up dancing. I know you may not got it all together, but come on. We are living in the best days of our lives. That is something worth celebrating. And you might be sick. You might not have all this stuff together, but you're breathing. You live to see another day. Always make it a challenge to find something positive to celebrate. I tell myself that all the time. Okay. And so that's what we were trying to put in the newsletter there. I said, a lot of people are going to be feeling kind of whatever. Let's try to get our people to start thinking positive. You know what I mean? What are some things you can do to accentuate that, So anyway, we got one more here. This one is a little more relaxing here. And I know it's late. And this is the time when y'all start shutting down and all of that. And this one is called A Walk Through the Forest with You. And this is what I want y'all to do. Make it a point. Go on out there and get outside and take some time and just enjoy the peace and quiet. And it's the most beautiful thing that you would ever experience when you make that a regular part of your life. Okay. All right. So we're going to head out on this one. But again, like I said, the songs are free there in a newsletter if you got it. Okay. All right. So here we go. The name of this one is called A Walk Through the Forest with You. Have a good night. Have a great night and a wonderful week. Take care, and we love you. Take care.